Hi everyone, and welcome to this amazing Python tutorial series. In this tutorial, what I'm going to be explaining you is basically how can you write efficient Python code. So you might be wondering, you might be knowing Python coding, but think about this. What is more efficient whenever you have to find in a dictionary? Is the get method more efficient for getting the value, or we can write a try and except block. If the key is not found, then throw an exception. So which method is more, do you think is efficient? Which method takes more memory? Which method takes more time? So this all things I'm going to discuss in this video. How can you know that a particular class or function is taking how much memory, each line of code, how much memory it is taking? We can get all of that information. We are going to visualize all of that information using snakeviz, which is a tool in Python. Basically, you can install using a pep command. So it's going to be a complete, very informative session, and hope you would really like it. So without wasting much of time, let's get started straight back into. All right, welcome to the video, and let's get started straight back into action. So the very first example I'm going to be showing you is basically something really cool. You might not know this. So you have a module known as perfcounter. What perfcounter does, basically, I'm going to explain you. Let me remove that. So from time import perfcounter. So let's say you have any function and you want to know how much execution time it takes. Of course, you can do that with the datetime module start and end, then you subtract the datetime, but that's not a good way. This is a professional way of doing it. So start equals to perfcounter. You call whatever function you want to say. Duration equals to, again, perfcounter minus start, and then you print the duration. Let me just print this, and then we'll jump into a lot of more examples. And so here you can see the particular function took so and so time. Now I want to explain you one more amazing thing that might blow up your mind. So let's say you want to find a total of numbers or a list of numbers. So there are two methods. You can use either for loop, or you can use the sum based sum, and you can directly pass in the numbers. What do you think, which method is more efficient, the first or second? Have you thought about all this any time in programming? Let's find out. So when you run this, if you observe, the for loop based total takes 0.15 time and 0.64. So that means the range based for loop is more efficient in this approach. Right now, let me show you some of the other approaches which will seriously let you think that you should really think while you are programming. I mean, now the second example I'm gonna talk about is basically about the dictionary. Let's say I have a dictionary. I have two keys and value, A and B, 1 and 2. So the first method, and there are two methods. So the first method is try and catch. So if the key is found in the dictionary, it's going to return the value. Otherwise, it's going to return -1. And second is the get method. So guys, what do you think, which is more efficient now? So whenever a key is present in a dictionary, is the first method more efficient, or that is use catch, or the second method? If the key is not found in a dictionary, what method is more efficient? You have never thought about this, right? Let's run and see. So when the key is there in the dictionary, the catch block, here you can see it's taking more time. So whenever you want to find any key in a dictionary and you know it is there, you should use the get method, which is more efficient and faster. You can see if it is not there in the dictionary, you should always use, again, the get method, because here you see for the missing scenario also, the get method is proving to be more efficient. Right? Amazing. Let's move forward. All right, now this might be a complete new thing. You might not know about this, so I want to explain you about this as well. So let's say you have a function, right? Let's say you want to know how much time the function is taking and all the information about that function. All you have to do, guys, let me uncomment out that. You have to say from Cprofile. So import Cprofile, and what you will do is basically from cprofile.run and the name of the function, right? So let's do that, and hope everything else is uncommented out. Let's run that. So from memory profiler, import profile. Oops, sorry, I forgot the profile. I should not remove that. All right, let's comment out this one. Try to run it. All right, I think I need to run it from a terminal because I haven't installed in my virtual env. So let's try again. So I'm gonna say Python 2 test. test2.py. So I'm gonna run the file, and now it should print everything on the terminal. Yep, there you see. So now it tells you about that function, what all calls it is executing here, you see. So it is first calling the string method module, then it's calling the new, it's creating stuff. So here you can see, you can analyze this completely. Now, if you want to go even one step more, be one step ahead from this, what you can do is basically, you can provide a file name. It will save the file on a local computer, and using snakeviz, you can analyze that. So let me show you that. So run the file and do a pip install snakeviz, by the way, if you haven't done so far. Oops. Now all you have to do is snake snakeviz, and the name of the file, it is prof.out. Now it's gonna open a local server, and watch this, guys. This is amazing. You might not know all of these, but I thought I should make. So here you can see everything about memory information and all the logs, how much time each line is taking, each and everything in detail. You can of course filter it from here, like sunburn if you want the sunburn. So this is your main program. Here you can see the time execution, how it is going, memory and stuff, everything in detail. All right. Now the last part of this tutorial series would be, I have wrote a code which is really amazing, and this will again blow up your mind. So I think it was mprof or prof. What was the name of the file? Let me see. Yeah, mprof.py. So for 1 lakh points, what I'm doing is basically, I'm gonna show you something. So basically it's just getting the random data. It's appending the data in a list. Now what if I pass a list? What if I return a list versus an object? So in the first case, I'm returning. So what I'm trying to explain you is basically, I'm just appending the dictionary, the JSON dictionary, or into a data, and I'm after like this iteration, just to make it a quick, what I'm doing is basically I'm returning that data, right? And what do you think? So if I return the list versus an object, what if I return an object instead of a list? Is that more faster or something? Let me show you, and this will again make you think a lot. So Python 3 so here you can see it takes about 37 MB. So 37 MB each line, how much memory it is taking, and it took about 84 seconds. Now see the magic. It improves the performance by 7% if you pass an object instead of a data. So if I pass the object instead of data, remember the stack is an object I have created up, right? I'm passing the object and not the data. I'm not passing the list. I'm just passing the instance of that object. Let's run the same. And now it takes 92 seconds. All right. The reason this is not true, because if you run for more number of time, let's say lakh or million points, in that situation, the passing by object is more efficient. Let me prove my point. Otherwise, people think that I'm just bluffing. So this will take a time, but we will be patient and we'll wait and see what happens, because we are curious to know. So we have the perf counter, and it's gonna take a time. So I would expect you to be a little patient. So I have the profile stuff, right? Yeah, it's gonna take a while because units, tens, 100,000, and a lakh. 1 lakh point, it's a lot. That's a lot. So if you do it for such a huge amount of data, if you'll observe that passing by object usually is more efficient than passing by, like passing the entire data or dictionary or JSON or whatever it is. So that's what I want to show you. So couple of things that you might learn in this tutorial might be about CPU. You learned about CPU profiling. So we learned how to get the entire which was that, test 1? No, I was test 3. Oops, test 2. Yep. So you learn about the cprofile.run. So cprofile.run and the name of the function that you want to run inside. Make sure you have to import cprofile. This will give you about the information about the function, like time of execution and stuff. If you want to save that, you can say file name equals to prof.out. It will save the file. And if you want to analyze the file, you can say in the terminal snakeviz prof.out. This will analyze it in a nice UI. So I mean this will take a little while because it's 1 lakh points. It's a lot basically. Let me try to prove my point, because I personally tried it and I actually found that passing by objects is more efficient than passing the entire data. This takes a little while. You know, the computer is a little slow because while recording it. So yeah, here you can see 5 seconds. Now let's try to pass the data. All right, and if I try to execute that code again, so here you can see 4.5 seconds. So it is quicker. So I proved my point. So always whenever you're passing data, don't pass the data, don't pass the list or dictionary, pass an object, pass an instance of an object. This will be more quicker and faster. That's what I want to say. So hope you have enjoyed it and you learned something new in this tutorial. If so, do give a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. My name is Saumil Shah. I make really amazing Python tutorials on YouTube that you won't find it anywhere. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.